Hello everyone and welcome to another new show I call Fun to Play ? In this show I will try out some free to play games and talk a little about what the game is about and if it's fun to play, because there are a lot of free to play games out there and it can be a pain to create a new account and have another game filling your disk space just to find out if you like it or not. So in this show I will try to give you a general idea of what the game is about and how it plays. But I will say that this is purely my opinion, and this series is to give you an idea if you are going to like the game or not. So yeah, if you like what you see, go and try the game out. The first free to play game I'm going to talk about now is Planetside 2, which is a game I've been playing for a while now and I find it absolutely amazing. And now I'm going to tell you exactly why I find it amazing. But what is Planetside 2? So Planetside 2 is a PC exclusive free-to-play first-person shooter MMO that has everything a good PC game needs. You can tweak everything in detail in the options screen. Rebind all your keys to your personal taste and change every sound option you will ever need, from general sound to individual options for every separate voice channel in-game. But these settings can only be applied when you are actually in the game. You cannot change them in the main menu except for your graphics settings. Now, the game itself is a sci-fi first-person shooter where you can choose from 3 factions that each have their own unique look in design, from characters to vehicles and weapons, but none of the 3 factions is more powerful than the other. The only real reason to choose what faction you'll join is if you like the look of the faction, and if you want to go deeper into the factions, they each have their own beliefs on how to run this world you are now part of. Which takes me to the story. Planetside 2's plot revolves around the planet Arrakis, which was discovered and settled by travelers from Earth and is now embroiled in a bitter war over control of its land and resources. The world's original settlers arrived near Arrakis after attempting to mount a spacefaring expedition through a mysterious wormhole that appeared in Earth's solar system. Though it was expected to stay open for several weeks, the wormhole unexpectedly closed as soon as the fleet began to pass through it, destroying one half of the group and stranding the other in uncharted space, leaving the stranded group to colonize the planet Arrakis. Thereafter a few years of peace, the Terran Republic faction started to turn into a dictatorship, and the new conglomerate broke away from the Terran Republic and thus became known as rebels to the Republic. Meanwhile, a third faction, the cultic Vanu Sovereignty, declared their independence from the Republic in pursuit of alien technology, and so a 3-way war for control of the planet Arrakis broke out. Once you've chosen which faction to join, your role in this war will be that of a soldier that has infinite lives because of something they call nanites, which are microscopic robots they use in respawn tubes to construct the bodies of fallen soldiers from stored DNA-based blueprints, effectively explaining respawns in the lore. Nanites, crazy little robot machines. As this immortal soldier, you will be part of a large-scale war fought over 3 continents. If my map would load, I could show you. This is one of the continents in-game. I am part of the blue faction, which is getting his ass kicked right now. Then you have the purple, the Vanu Sovereignty, and the red, the Terran Republic, and I am part of the new conglomerate. Now, each of these 3 continents has their own ecosystem. There is a desert one, an ice one, and a more lush jungle one. And this is where the gameplay comes in. You will be able to earn credits and experience by joining these battles where everything is PvP. There are no NPCs in the game, also no quests. You can use an instant battle system to drop down in a battle that is going on the continent you are on, and these battles will be familiar to Battlefield players as the objective is either to attack or defend a base that consists out of capture points. That is very much domination, conquest style game mode, where you can be infantry or be in one of the many vehicles. I will now try to use the instant action system to get deployed in one of the battles. You'll see I'll drop out of the sky. There is a lot to this game. It is much deeper than just fighting for points, because when you capture a base, you take control of a zone on the world map, and slowly but surely, with combined effort of your faction, try to take over the continent for a faction-wide buff. Vanu Sovereignty, they got a minus 10% infantry purchases, so everything will be 10% cheaper for them, because they captured the continent once. So yeah, capturing points and trying to secure territory is basically what you do in this game. I strongly recommend playing it with friends or find an outfit to join, because you will be much more effective in a group than wandering around lone wolf style, which can be fun, but in my opinion, the more the better. Going along with outfits, which are basically guilds in this game, will bring you more in big scale battles, and that is what this game is all about. The battles can be absolutely huge, ranging from up to 2000 players battling it out for precious resources that can be used to spawn vehicles and refill equipment like grenades. During these battles you earn swords, which is your in-game currency to buy weapons, weapon attachments and pimp out your vehicles. You can earn everything in this game except for some cosmetic gear, which is like most free-to-play games can be bought with real money in the in-game store. But you can still dive into gaming's biggest ever battlefield and be useful using just the default gear. Other than swords, you also earn experience that levels your character in traditional MMO style and earns you titles and ranks, and you will gain a sword with every 250 experience points you earn. The game plays as a traditional class-based FPS. You can be a light assault, engineer, medic, infiltrator, which is the sniper class, and heavy assault. Each class has their own role on the battlefield, from repairing, healing, to hacking consoles and jetpacking over defenses. I right now am playing the light assault, so I'm equipped with a jetpack, and I can use a short boost to get onto roofs and other elevated positions, just like that guy with a shotgun that shot me in the face. And all the infantry is supported by a range of vehicles, from both land and air vehicles to mobile spawn points and dropship style planes that drop you right into the action. This is an example of the mobile spawn point. It's called a Sunderer, and it's a truck you can spawn with your in-game resources, not your swords or experience, but just resources you earn from controlled areas. And these Sunderers you can deploy, and when deployed, everyone from your faction can spawn on them, and you can change your class in the menu of this Sunderer. The mexes are a heavy class, like an armored suit that you can equip with various weapons, ranging from anti-air to anti-vehicle to anti-infantry. And you can also boost them with abilities and extra armor and stuff, just like all the other classes. You can get more armor, different appearances. You can buy most of these with swords, except for some of the appearance gear. But now that I gave you the tip of the iceberg from this game, I've been all positive, but this game is not perfect and it has its flaws. The biggest one is that it's a confusing game. If you just start out, there is a lot you need to figure out on yourself before you're fully aware of what the game is all about. The game takes a while to get into. There are a lot of like symbols on my UI that you're gonna be like, what is all this? What is all this? These are vehicle spawners, and there are like generators that keep these force fields up so they can't just come running into your base. They have to find alternative ways in. One of those alternative ways is to capture a smaller outposts on the edge of the base, and mostly they have a teleporter there, so they can teleport right inside the main base and try to capture the 3 points or destroy the generator, which is mostly the main objective. But yeah, it can be a really confusing game to get into. There is a lot you have to learn, and the community, for the most part, I found that they are really great. If there is something you don't know, you generally just have to ask in chat and they will be more than pleased to explain it to you. But I'll say it again, playing together with an outfit improves the experience a lot. You can learn a lot from playing together with more experienced guys in the game that maybe come from Planetside 1 and already are more experienced players. But yeah, other than that, there is the in-game store, which for the most part is fair. But if you're going to play the game fully free to play, you're going to have to put a lot of time in the game. To be honest, earning certs goes too slow. It takes a while to earn the basic equipment. Like if you want to pimp out a single class, it takes a while to get all the unlocks and attachments for weapons you really want, and that's only one class of the 5 classes in total, and then there are still the vehicles you need to put some certs in to get them up to speed. Like when you start out and you want to be a pilot, which you can be in this game, there are flying vehicles. You'll have to save up some certs or put some real money into the game to get your countermeasures, like your flares. Otherwise you'll be pretty useless early game. At this point almost everyone has like lock-on missiles that can shoot you out of the air really easily. If you play the game without pumping money into it, you'll have to play a long time to gear up, and while you can be useful using the default gear, there are some clear disadvantages at playing completely free. The biggest one being not having flares in your planes from the start. If you plan on spending a lot of time in this game flying, I strongly recommend to save up for countermeasures or put some money in the game and buy some of the basic gear, because you already get so much for nothing. The game deserves some of your money if you're thinking about playing it a lot. So you'll see that I'm just wandering around here. I'm waiting for the blue bar on my left to fill up. If it's completely full, we have successfully defended the base. And the points will reset and they will have to start their assault all over again. But they still managed to kill me after we successfully defended the facility. But yeah, that's about it. So to conclude this video, I'll say yes, this game is absolutely fun to play. The more people you play with, the better it gets. Guys, if you like what you saw in this video and think that this is a game for you, I strongly recommend you try it. If there are any questions, just leave them in the comment section. I'll answer them to the best of my knowledge. So yeah, that's it for my very first video on the subject of free-to-play games. I'll be putting out more videos like this, probably every Friday of the week. So yeah, see you later everyone. Planetside 2, why you should play this game, because it has planes and dropships and drop pods that go like in the ground, and craziness all over, lasers and missiles and tanks and infantry, players everywhere, explosions everywhere, people dying everywhere, people being revived everywhere, annoying people in proximity chat, awesome people in proximity chat playing amazing music,